What's up, guys? Today we're going to be doing a full review and test of the Nike Vaporfly OBJ. This cleat released June 22nd, 2022, but they're still a very hot thing on the market and big in the resale world. So this is for anyone that might be thinking about potentially dropping the money to buy these cleats. I've used them in game, in practice, and they're fully tested, so I can give an honest review on what I would think of them. Okay, starting with looks wise, here they are right here. You can see they've got the wording all throughout them. It says blah 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 on them, and then it's got the OBJ logo right there. Mismatch on the cleats, the neon Nike signs on the bottom, and right here you can see that ghost lace technology that it has throughout them. It also says Vapor Science Art of Speed right here. If you can't tell, these cleats are designed to be light and for skill position players. They don't really have any ankle support. They also have this sock here, which is part of the newer gen cleats, and the laces are fully covered. They're in here. Also neon laces, neon and black. We've got on these ones. I know some might come with different color laces. So when it comes to the overall looks of these cleats, for rating it out of 10, I think we're gonna give these a smooth 9. They're a complete unique cleat. They have, if you're someone that likes to pop out at all, they've got all those colors. And they're mainly black, which can basically go with any sort of uniform that you might be wearing. So we're going to give those a 9 out of 10. Now we're going to take it to the field where we are testing our get off traction and our cutting traction. So first we're going to cue the clips of me taking off into a full sprint from a stop start. Here they are. And now we are going to show the clips of me doing cuts in these cleats. Here those clips are. So overall, with the traction of the cleats, you can see here's the bottom. Definitely worn down a bit from use, but the longevity is pretty good on these things after a couple years of use. For traction, we're going to give them a 9 out of 10 as well, because they're about as good as Nike cleats will come. I think these ones do offer better traction than some of the new Nike cleats that have been coming out over the past year or two. That's just my personal opinion, but so yeah, we're gonna go 9 out of 10 for the traction of the cleats. Now, getting into the weight of the cleats, you can see the top is a pretty thin material here. They're kind of, pretty light bottom, have this gap to help with the carbon plating in there. All super light, so if you're looking for a light cleat, this is perfect. I think when it comes to the weight rating and the feel, I'd give it a 10 out of 10. Now we're going to get into the comfort of our cleat here. Like we were looking at earlier, it has this sock that's built into it with the laces on top. You never really even have to mess with the laces once you get a good tie on them. You kind of slip them on and off and they still stay on the feet pretty good. I think they only came off only one time ever in game for me. Never even practice, but it's because the dude literally just tore off my foot. So yeah, for comfort wise, I think we're also going to give these a 10 out of 10. Okay, now we're going to get into some research stuff, as in the technology in these cleats. Starting off, we have the ghost lace technology. It's a very simple design, just hiding the laces, but does give you that advantage of your laces are untouchable. It's a very rare event that it happens in a football game, but it is a chance that someone might grab your laces and that might be the reason you come to the ground, or that could just affect your play. They could get untied mid-play, trip you up. So very simple technology there, but these were some of the first cleats to implement these in 2022 with this new design. Another is If you see this right here, it's pretty hard, pretty stiff. That's not really soft like it is up here. It's because there's a carbon plate running through the entire bottom of this shoe that offers a complete, basically all the force you're putting in is being moved back out in every step you take. So another big thing, even coming down to the littlest things, the minute details, the aerodynamics. You see this design right there on the back, a little fin, just make it a little faster. If you're backpedaling, a big thing in football, running backward, just gonna make that cleat a little bit more aerodynamic. Might not see the difference, but it is making a difference, even if it's minute. So when it comes to technology and cleats, we're gonna give these a 8 out of 10, just for the new technology that's in cleats in these days. At the time of this drop, I think these would probably be a 10, but we're talking about 2025 here, so we're gonna give these an 8 out of 10 on the technology scale. So overall, they got a 9 out of 10, a 9 out of 10, a 10 out of 10, and then an 8 out of 10, which would even out to a 9 out of 10 on our rating of these cleats. So yes, I would recommend to go buy them. I think they're some of the best looking cleats out there, especially for a black variant of cleats. I know a lot of people like to have a white and a black shoe. I think they're some of the best cleats out there. They're unique. There's nothing like them. There's no other colorways of them, so you'll probably be the only person on your team with these cleats. And they're really not that bad price-wise, even though they're strictly resale these days. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and give these cleats a 9 out of 10, and I would say yes, absolutely buy these cleats. I have loved them always, no complaints about them.